Pisces. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing pretty well. We gonna find out. Let's see. Maybe I'll shuffle a little bit more. Alright. Current Pisces energy. What are the little fishies up to? What's happening? Damn, you showed up to your own fucking reading. Alright, let's start with these cards, and then we'll just kind of add on as we go, because it like gave me so many cards at once. I was like, wait. Okay, so the moon card in reverse. This is Pisces energy, right? But it's in out of balance. This is like in like the reverse. It's like saying that, you know, you're feeling off kilter in the recent past, at least. It's like this energy of just feeling like off, out of balance, out of whack. Six of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you might have like cut ties with somebody who you felt was like using you, or in some way, like could be a friend, family member, they could be like coworker even, you know, or a job. It could be a job. With this Five of Pentacles, it's like you were feeling left out in the cold after that, right? You felt like you had a lapse of judgment. But I'm actually going to swap these because I see it better in that order. But like, then it's like you have this like Ace of Wands, this aha moment where everything just kind of comes back into order. You're starting to see things clearly. You're starting to think clearly. Shit's, you know, coming into alignment. The Four of Wands, I see you celebrating again, right? So it's like you had to go through like this whole fucking like transition here. And it's like, I feel like this, it's almost like recent past is just up here, and it's just like your recent past was a really fucking trivial, and it was like that transition from like Pisces into Aries season that I feel like really threw you. You were like water, fire, you know, and like, yeah, a fish can't drown in water, but it can burn up in fire, you know, and it's like, I feel like you got a little heated, or like, you know, there was something that felt like, you know, but also I do see like this spark of like a new beginning, like it sparks a new beginning, and it really, brings shit into focus. My bangs are driving me nuts. I like took a shower earlier and I didn't try to like straighten my bangs at all, so it's like it's being whack. Sorry guys. But yeah, dude. I feel like it's already a really good reading. I already love this. And it was like they all dropped at once. They're like, oh, you want a message? We've been saving this one for you. So alright, I like this. I like this a lot. I see, like, kind of like that. It's like exiting that dark night of the soul, kind of. You know, exiting that moment where shit just was not clear for you. You were just kind of like, what the fuck? I feel that. I've been there. That dark night of the soul is no fucking joke, but I see you coming out of it and like feeling better, right? You know, reconnecting with people who matter, like your family. This could be coworkers too. It's like people that you work with, people who like you share a home with, because it's like, with the pentacles here, you know, it kind of implies that like this is a deeper connection than just a friendship, you know. This is, and I feel like you're diving deeper into that, you know. This is like, yeah, somebody you live with, or work with, you know, somewhere where your money's tied, you know, take it as it resonates. I just see you building, like, and having this really strong, like, foundation with that Four of Wands. Because you decide that you want to just reboot yourself with a stronger foundation. It's like this dark night of the soul. It helped you lay down your swords. It helped you start feeling like you could relax and trust the universe a bit. Like shit was just gonna happen. Like, you know, you were able to manifest great things. And I feel like you really started having more faith in yourself and faith in the divine. Or at least faith in the universe to kind of catch you a bit when, you know, when you feel like you're falling, you know. So, I see this energy of not being guarded or defensive, you know, just kind of like vibing. I love that you're showing up as that, you know, like, because, you know, it just shows that you're just kind of like relaxing into life. And I was kind of talking to somebody on a previous reading about that earlier, where I'm like, you know, sometimes we just got to relax into like life a bit, you know, just kind of be like, all right, like, I don't need to control everything. Dude, okay, so this is showing me your counterpart. So I definitely feel like you're in union. Or you're about to be. Okay, because with the King of Swords, I feel like somebody here stood their ground with you. I feel like there could have been like a moment during your dark night of the soul where like you were just getting too far into it, too far into that dark night. And I feel like somebody came in and they're like, we ain't doing this. We're just not. So you got to figure that out. I feel like there was this idea presented where they're like, you're not being like my happy ending right now. You're, you know, it's like I envisioned life with you differently. I saw happiness, you know, and because they come to you and they tell you like that they feel like, you know, you're significantly like losing something in your dark night of the soul, right? This is what helps pull you out, is they feel like they've lost connection or like they're losing touch with you. They feel like shut out of your world, right? But at the same time, they're like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to stop. So, you know, I don't want to fight. You know, I don't want any of this. So it's kind of like, they're like, look, dude, you got to figure it out. Whatever it is. And I love how they showed up for you. I do feel like this is past energy. Like this has already happened. Because just the way that they showed up and then you felt like, then you have like this aha moment and start enjoying life, right? It's like, it's kind of like they trigger something in you where they're like, look, like maybe you were getting into the depression a bit, or like maybe you were just like, you know, like feeling miserable or out of it. I don't know. But it felt like you were out of alignment. And they're like, and I mean, this is King of Swords, King of Air, you know, so we've got an air sign here, potentially. But, you know, like, for air signs, cutting people off is pretty fucking easy if you were dealing with an air sign. But with you, they're like, dude, you're like my happily ever after, and it just doesn't feel like we're doing the happily ever after part. You know, they're like, where's that? Because it feels like if you're miserable, what the fuck? What are we doing? Why are we fighting? You know, but it's like, because you had this communication about it, because they like spoke their mind, because they like really brought it to the forefront, that is what triggers this, right? This rebuilding together, this enjoying each other again, this like aha moment where you're like, oh yeah, we're supposed to be having fun, we have everything like together, you know. And then it's kind of like it fucking like, it sparks something. But I feel like somebody like kind of stood their ground with you a bit. Or like not in a harsh way, like, but just in a kind of like, like, what am I supposed to do? Why are you being so hard on yourself? Well, this isn't, what I signed up for. But I feel like because you guys had that conversation, it triggered this like happily ever after moment where you guys were like, oh yeah, we could actually just decide to enjoy it, to enjoy life, to, not be, so caught up in our heads a bit. I really like that energy. I like that because, especially with the swords energy coming out, it kind of indicates to me that this is somebody who really had to think it through, who was really not like, it wasn't an easy thing for them to come up and be like, yo, gangsta, what up though? Or however they said it. But they did it because they, like, out of love and respect, they were like, we need to address this, like, your depression though, like, like, we gotta figure this out. And I feel like, I don't know exactly how that conversation went, but I do know that, like, I know the energy of it, and I know that energetically they pulled you out of this funk with the, like, speaking this, like, truth, or, like, by, like, coming and having this conversation with you, this, like, open and, conversation where they're like, look, dude, like, we're partners. We in this together. We're not going to fight. I see that, with the Five of Wands is all about conflict, and they're showing up like, nah, we're not doing the conflict. Or you potentially could have been the one, but it feels like because you're the one kind of coming out of this dark night of the soul, it feels like the other way. But take it as it resonates. And air signs are typically masculines, or divine masculines. Not always, but typically. So, let's see. I want to pull some oracles. I really like this. It's like, it's showing this like partnership that's just intense. It's like, there's just this level of connection. It's like this frequency that you're on, and it's like, as soon as you start slipping, it's like they fucking feel it, and they're like, like, no, we ain't going down with this ship. Like, no, they're like, we are doing something. And I really fucking, I like that. I like that they kind of show up and they're just like, they assert like what's important. They're not afraid to talk about it. They're not like, they don't shy away from communicating with you. And I think that is so important, especially for a water sign. Water signs need that kind of connection, that kind of, it's just dope. It's just dope to have that kind of connection. It's so rare. Yeah, I see you like just ebbing and flowing, like you get into this mode where you're like, what was I tripping about? You're like, why was I so happy? And it's because like your body, like energetically, like your psyche, your body and everything, it remembers these intense emotion of anger and frustration and sadness. And as weird as it is, like it literally doesn't matter how happy you are. Somewhere on your subconscious, your subconscious is like, are we still capable of that? Like, I haven't felt that emotion. And like to your body, like, because it's not subjected to the opinions, right? It's not like your body is separate from opinion. So it's just feeling the emotion, and it kind of like that rush of emotion, it kind of gives you kind of like an emotional high, I guess. But it's not necessarily a good one. It's like how boxers and stuff, they're like, I just love punching people in the face. It just gives me this rush, and it's like, I guess that's like probably a more proactive way to do it, you know, with a willing person. But, you know, and it's kind of like your body remembers these emotions. And it's like, I kind of want to feel that again, you know? And it's weird. It's kind of like muscle memory, but for your soul. And it's like, what happens though is you could, and what I feel like you've done is you've redirected it. You like shifted something inside of yourself, and it's like, yeah, but you know what is the equal opposite of anxiety is excitement. And it's almost like you were like, let me change my attitude, my opinion about this feeling, but let the feeling flow. So it's like, it's still the same feeling in your body, right? But in your soul, in your mind, it's like coming out in a more positive way. It's like you've turned this like resentment and this like past stuff and all this trauma, and it's like you transmuted it, and you're like present moment, like happiness, zen, you know, and it's like you did something, you shifted, you like quantum jumped or something. You did it like you did something. I don't know, like in your psyche, it was like there was just something that clicked off, and it was like, whoa, what was I doing, you know? And it's like you just, you know, but it's like this clarity, and also allowing yourself to feel shit. That's so important, and I feel like water signs really fucking get that. And I, as an air sign, I wish I could. You know, I wish I could get it. But like, it's so fucking important. And just this like expression, like this ability to flow through. Like sometimes, like I know, like on the rare occasions that I cry, like sometimes I'm like, God, it feels so fucking nice. It's like I wish I would just do that more often. But then it's like, but then I don't, you know? And it's like, and then I'm like, and my body starts missing that feeling again. And then I have to like revisit that. It's like we have to understand our body wants to experience more than happiness. Our brain doesn't, our body does. Because to our body, that's like everything. It's like experiencing feelings and shit that are triggered by the brain, you know? And it's like, there's this video on YouTube. You should check it out. And it's called, I think it's called like the heart is more than just an organ. And it explains like how like your heart is like the chakra effect, kind of like where it's just like a projection of energy. Like it takes in so much energy. It's basically like, and it stores memory, right? There's memory centers in your heart. So your heart does feel and remember these feelings, you know, that sense of anxiety or like that, you know, it likes to feel different things. It doesn't want to just feel like all the time, you know, and that's boring. And your heart is like, I want some excitement too, you know. It does have a little memory center in it. And so it's like, you know, I feel like it's important to let your heart experience feelings, you know, and it doesn't have to be, you know, how you exhibit, how you express them should be very maturely, you know. Not everyone does, but I feel like how you've managed to do this transmutation, it's like you got it. It's like somewhere instinctively, it like on a physiological level, you just got it, and you were like, yeah, bro, like my body misses feelings of anxiety and you know what that expression that it got from it. But it's like when you transmuted that, it like turned into like intense love and excitement and happiness, and it was like all you had to do was change your opinion about the feeling, you know, and let the feeling continue, you know. There was like, I don't remember who fucking said it, but it's like, I think I was watching a video not too long ago, and this guy was like, you need to translate, or like instead of calling it anxiety, call it excitement, and it will change like how you identify with it in your brain. And it's kind of like, I feel like you did that on some like serious fucking level where you're just like, yeah, like fuck this, I'm not being anxious, like I'm just excited about what's gonna happen, you know. It's kind of like you just You redirected some shit. Yeah, Queen of Hearts and Old Ghost. I feel like there's some past shit that you had to heal from, right? And I don't even think that you even realized how much healing you needed until you did this transmutation. It's like this transmutation really helped you to, like, you know, face the old ghosts, to really identify the snake and to fucking kill it, you know, from your mind, from your heart. I mean, not literally kill it, but like, you know, this snake being, you know, the thing that fucking ripped your heart out, you know? Ripped your fucking heart out. And it's like, because of that, you're just like, fuck it. I'll kill this little snake, you know? Emotionally, it's like something's dead to you, right? Like your past is dead to you. And I feel like it took like an actual like lot to get to this point, because for a while it wasn't dead to you. It was very like constant. It felt like this like kept coming up, or you kept dealing with this, and you know, and you were just trying to get on with your life, and eventually it's like something just fucking, and you got it. I love this. This is a beautiful reading. I see so much transformation in this. And then really, you know, being able to have this new, you know, with your divine counterpart, right? You're having this new connection that flows, that feels like happiness to you, you know? And you just don't want to let that shit go. You're like, dude, we're enjoying this. Like, this is what life should be about, right? That's what it should be about. And I feel like you really feel that. I like it. I like it. You've healed. You did the thing. Well, namaste. I love you all. I'll catch you later.